over the weekend, we were at the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The show is held annually and is one of the biggest in North America. I went there to look at some of the fishing stuff that they had available in the expo, and honestly, the fishing this year was a little bit of a letdown. There wasn't as many vendors as I had expected or that there was there in the past, but we did pick up a few items, and we're going to show them here to you today, including some of these grab bags here that we haven't yet opened that we're going to unbox right here on this video. Hey, real quick while I've got you here, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, we really appreciate it if you subscribe. You can go ahead and hit this button here, the button down below, or the button in the channel link for that. If you like these type of videos, we appreciate the thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment box below if you've ever been to the show or what your favorite part of it is. For a little while, we saw most of the exhibits, the hunting and the fishing. We went to a exhibit being held by a Susquehanna smallmouth guide on spinnerbaits. I didn't stay for the whole thing. It wasn't that enthralling to me. You know, spinnerbait fishing is kind of something I've been doing for a while. You know, it wasn't really something I needed to stay for the whole show, but it was interesting. The guy seemed to know what he was doing and what he was talking about. The chair was very uncomfortable, and I just couldn't sit there any longer after a while. I believe Roland Martin was there Monday and Tuesday, and then Jimmy Houston was there Thursday and Friday. I don't understand why they schedule small guys that nobody's really heard of on the weekend exhibits, the Saturday and Sunday exhibits, and then schedule, you know, guys with names like Roland Martin and Jimmy Houston during the week when most people don't go. But, excuse me, a little congestion. But I don't make the schedule. What we're going to get into is I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we got while we were there. Some of the stuff that I'm probably not going to be able to use this year. I stocked up on some ice fishing gear while I was down there from Celsius. Celsius had a booth there. And the very next day was actually Groundhog's Day, and the groundhog told me that we're not going to have. And we'll open up these grab bags and see what's in there. The first thing I picked up was I needed a pair of these. These are the Celsius full foot ice cleats. I don't know where mine went before. They were lost, so I picked up a pair of these. Because not only have I figured out, like I said, we haven't had a cold enough winter to have a safe ice on the lakes, but we do get, you know, I live in the Northeast, so we do get nor'easters here. We do get ice storms, and these are handy to have in the truck. I figured out 1 year before during an ice storm that these are handy to have in the truck, slip on your boots just to get in the front door without busting your butt. I've done that more than I care to admit to. So we picked up a pair of ice cleats, and these will go in the fishing bin in the back truck. When there is safe ice, you want to first make sure that the ice is safe enough to walk out on if you're an ice fisherman. But it's also a good idea, even if you believe the ice to be safe, you never know where there might be a weak spot. And it can be hard to pull yourself out of the hole. So it's a good idea to wear these. These are the Ice Escape Life Preservers. And what they are is they're basically a nail on two handles on a cord that you put around your neck. That way if you fall through the ice, you can jab it into the ice and pull yourself out with it, because the ice can be slick. So it's just a safety feature. It's a good thing to have. If you're ice fisherman out there, I suggest you have these. These were $10. I think I bought them. I mean, you can make them. There's several videos on YouTube on how to do that, and I may make a pair sometime and do a video on that. But I bought these to have so I could have them in my ice fishing kit, because I am without them quite often. And it's not really, you know, doesn't take up that much room. It's something you should carry. This was $1. That's why I bought it. But they're rubber top rod stands. They sit like that on the ice, and then you just set your rod inside of them to kind of hold it up out of the hole. I don't know if there'll be much benefit, but because I do set my rod down sometimes and it keeps it from laying up on it, over on its side, so keep the line and everything from icing up. The Pennsylvania Fishing and Boating Commission always has a booth there. They were recruiting for new employees as well, but I picked up some of the guides. I didn't grow up in Pennsylvania, so I picked up the Southeast Region Guide, which is the area of Pennsylvania that we live in now, when that's coming. We're going to be working really hard on the My Wife's First series, so I hope y'all stick around for that. My wife has been a city dweller her entire life, and we're kind of doing some country things with her right now. She shot her first gun. That's a video we did 2 videos ago. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out right here. That she's already done. This year she'll get her a yearly fishing license for the first time. She's went fishing with us once on the free day, and she's caught a crappie. That's the only species that fish my wife's ever caught. Is the same company that was the same vendor booth that was selling these Celsius products for ice fishing. They were also selling some of these grab bags. These grab bags were $5 is what they retail for. You can see they're still stapled. I have no idea what's in them. So what we're going to do is we're going to open these grab bags up. My laptop is sitting to the right of me. I'm going to Google these products, and I'll put the retail value of everything in the bag in the description box below, and I'll see if these are meant to catch fish or if they're meant to catch fishermen. We have a grab bag for ice fishing, and since we did go ahead and stock up on ice fishing for absolutely no reason at all, this will be the first one that we're going to open. Alright, let's see what was in that one. First thing we have is Fiskus Sticky Sharp Hooks Balances, and this actually has the sticker price on it right there for $2.79. So we're over halfway there to the $5. Well, that little thing costs $2.79. Ice fishermen are notorious for spending a lot of money, me included. So this probably does retail for $2.79. I mean, at Bob's Gun and Tackle in Hastings, Michigan, this retails for $2.79. So right there on the sticker. Probably work all right. We have some Trigger X Larvae Orange Chartreuse, 1/2 inch, 1.3 centimeter, 20 pieces of that. We have Arnold Tackle Company. This is premium lures and accessories for ice fishing. Anise bombs catch more fish. Okay. So I guess this little yellow jig part here is anise scented. We have the Sitka Artisk Fisk. I can get that to focus. Looks pretty neat. Next up we have Crappie. The famous grab bag. Lures, hooks, components, and other surprises for catching more crappie. From Angler's Mart. I guess familiar with this. I can tell you this did not cost $5. So we didn't get our money back here. Regular cheap plastic bobber. I don't know, maybe quarter, 50 cents. But we also have Stopper lures, catch more fish. Never heard of this brand. Never used them before. Seems to be a paddle tail grub. I'm familiar with this brand. Ollie's actually sells this. South Bend. They're in South Bend, Indiana, home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The leader, monofilament leaders, monofilament leader, the bead, snail knot, double clip. Oh, this is a 3-ring. So it's a double leader. Split the leader. I can't think right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a 3-way split ring. Walleye minnow. But it is Trigger X, Trigger the Bite, minnow, 12 pieces, 3-inch split tail fluke. Like a Gulp Alive. Looks quite a bit like a Gulp Alive actually. So that's what was in the crappie grab bag. Perch. We do have perch up here. I've caught my biggest perch actually up here. 14 something inch. Which I know for some of you isn't huge, but pretty good perch for me. I grew up in the South. There's not a lot of yellow perch in the American South in areas. Water's too warm. But we have perch here, so these are perch fishing lures, tackle. Let's check that out. It is a heavy sinker. That lead right there alone is probably a couple of bucks. I'm guessing this is for the Great Lakes. Lake Erie is on the other side of Pennsylvania. I don't ever get the you have to have the Erie permit to fish Erie out of Pennsylvania. I never get it because I live on the other side of the state, so I never have time to drive to Erie. And if I do, I just get the weekend permit. But here is a some sort of perch rig, I guess, with a very heavy drop weight on it. My assumption is this is for the Lake Erie perch strips. I don't need anything that heavy fishing my perch places. These are Trigger the Bite, Larvite, Ultra Glow, 25 pieces, 1/4 inch. Slip bobber, Carlisle. I wonder if that's named after the town around here. Nope, this is made in the Dominican Republic. So, it says so right here, Dominican Republic. So this is a Carlisle slip bobber for perch. Snailed hook leader and a little foam. And we have Jarrow's tackle, Scotchline gold plated, beak bait holder, snailed hooks, size 6, 5 hand-tied fish hooks, and that is the perch bag. Alright, save the most popular for last, and the most popular sport fish in North America is bass. I know a lot of you northern guys are upset right now. No, it's muskie, or it's this, or it's that, but it's bass. Bass exist in 49 of 50 United States. The only state that in the United States does not have a bass population is the state of Alaska. Alright, first up we have some soft plastic holographic lures with Spike It. I guess they're Spike It scented. This is revolutionize your saltwater fishing. Bass do not live in salt water. Not the kind I fish for, anyway. Are they counting striped bass as a bass? It says it right there. salt water. Stoplures.com, Max Fish Angler's Tools. Fish like a pro, Max Fish. These are hooks with a weird bend in them. See that? That'll focus. There you go. That is a weird bend. Spinnerbait. Premium fishing tackle spin buzz. I have to hold that back, it's big. Look. My hand. Spinnerbait. That's a big spinnerbait. That. Alright, for all you guess the size people, you know I'm talking to you. You know who you are. For all you guess the size people, on a human being, from this knuckle to this knuckle is an inch. From this knuckle to this knuckle is an inch. Okay? So the blade on this spinnerbait is almost 3 inches. Blade's almost 3 inches long. I mean, the head on this thing. Head on this thing's almost 2. That is a heavy spinnerbait. 1/8 or 1/4. No, this is more than that. 3/8 or a half. Half ounce. Half ounce. That's ridiculous. I've never threw a spinner that heavy. But we have a half ounce spinnerbait from Premium Fishing Tackle Fish Buzz. You can see that or not. The blade on this spinnerbait's got a bluegill pattern printed on it. And we have steel worm weights. I would prefer they were tungsten, but it is what it is. Tungsten, and you wouldn't put that in a grab bag for $5, I'm sure. This is an 1/8 ounce black steel worm weight. It's just bullet weights from Texas rigging. Guidelines, everybody. We'll see you next time.